self-realization, this is a very important term and very important to understand. And as we have been talking, we have been listening to others that, personal growth is first of all, and I believe in the same thing that, it's very important to have a personal growth first of all, before you can help others, before you help the society. So first to have a complete control about your own life before you can help others. And we saw in the last video also how she did everything herself. Then she went out and helped others, So yoga and meditation, pretty much very, very simple, easy words. We have been listening to these words for a long time. But at times we forget that what yoga is exactly. This is basically, it is union. Union of self with the outer. Because we as such ourselves are very limited in our own selves. And it's very important for us, to be able to just, understand when we have evolved over a period of 5 billion years of human evolution, or to be precise 4.8 billion years, why still we being the best species on the planet Earth? All of us agree that we are much more evolved than animals and all other ancestors that we had. And we are, which is the species of Homo sapiens, is the most evolved one. Then the question comes, why still we have diseases? Why still we have so much of imbalance in this entire life? We have, in Delhi, we have seen what all has gone through the last, few days, the crimes and stuff. Why all this is still there? So the logical answer is that possibly we have not touched the special power which is within us. We have not used the tool, which is within us to take help of that. If I ask you a simple question, how many of you would raise hands if I say there's a radio frequency in this room? Okay, so a few are tentative, but obviously the mobile rings and hence proved. Agreed? So similarly, if there's a tool called mobile phone, which when rings can prove that there's an invisible radio frequency here. If I say that there is a power of Mother Nature or a divine power or an energy in this room, how many will say yes? Few, yes. But then what is that tool? So we'll talk about that tool today, which is actually the final point if you see, that's the connection. The mobile is always connected to the cell phone tower which is next door, so that's why you're able to receive those signals. What about our tool inside? Are we connected to that supreme power? And that supreme power, or the power of the Mother Nature, is what even Albert Einstein talked about. I've read a lot about him, and he primarily has spoken about theory of relativity, that when he reached a point when he was trying to decipher this theory, he reached a point of surrender. And then he says, suddenly he reached a torsion area where there was a vacuum, and then dawned upon him the theory of relativity. Mark these words, vacuum, torsion area, dawned upon him. So which means what? If we can move beyond our thoughts, reach a vacuum, a torsion area, then we actually become one of the most efficient individual and start growing. What do you mean by growing? I consider growth as two aspects. One is a vertical growth, other is a horizontal growth. Vertical growth is your own self. So first you have to do a vertical growth. Then you can do the horizontal growth, which is for the society. Even in aeroplane you go, and you have the announcement that in times of safety evacuations, first you should wear your own oxygen mask, then help the child next to you. Why? Because if you yourself are not in a situation where you can help others, so that's something which is very important, you have to. So the self is the most important thing. So realizing that self means what? Getting connected to that special power, which is the tool inside us by which we can start feeling this energy which is around us. We will practically feel it today. I am not just here for theory. And so I'll just skip this one. So this is us. This is a subtle body inside us. So now this is a gross body which you can touch, and there's a subtle body inside. There are 7 energy centers in a subtle body, and at the base of the spinal cord, something, a modern term, a term which was given by the ancient doctors and Greek doctors, called as the sacrum bone. Sacrum coming from the word sacred, means holy. So they said that there's a special power inside us, which when awakened, gives us our power. gives us our connection, our yoga. So, and that is what we are going to experience today, but that will be a trailer, because obviously, the time, in the limitation of the time that we have, we can only experience the trailer today. So, what happens is that these 7 energy centers which are inside us, they control us on a daily basis. So, at each of the organs, there are these 7 energy centers, and then there's the left sympathetic nervous system, which is the moon channel. There's a right sympathetic nervous system, the sun channel. So the essence is that this power rises from the middle part, the parasympathetic nervous system in medical science, also called as the Sushumna Nadi in spiritual science. So then we can get to the absolute balanced state. When that happens, special qualities which are sitting in these energy centers start manifesting in our day-to-day lives. So this is the real inner growth which starts happening when this special power, which was called as the Kundalini, starts awakening inside us. Why it was called Kundalini? Because Kundal is coils. It is sitting in 3.5 coils inside us at the base of the spinal cord in a triangular bone called as sacrum, as I mentioned. And because it's a feminine mother energy, that's why it was called as the Kundalini. The medical science calls this subtle system as the autonomous body. But like in any automobile, there has to be a driver. So the driver in an autonomous body in this one is the Kundalini, or the spirit which resides in the heart. So now just by this special energy being awakened, it starts cleansing each and every energy center inside us. And the most beautiful part is that these 7 energy centers are also mapped on the fingertips. So when we meditate, what will happen is that you will start feeling those 7 energy centers for the first time in your life on your fingertips. And because there is a scientific connection of all these energy centers, they are inside mapped through our nervous system. So the moment you start practicing this for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening, what it does is, it completely starts making you a very, very joyous, balanced personality. So even if you are working in a high pressure environment, or because this yoga touches millions of people today in more than 140 countries, completely free of cost, very easy to practice, because the word sahaj means easy, and also it means born with you. The power which is born with you, when gets awakened, gives you your self-realization, which is knowing yourself. So today, you can have a very healthy person who suddenly gets cancer. And you will be having a question as to how is that possible. The guy, let's say, the person did not drink, did not used to smoke, still has got cancer. How? Because on a daily basis, we are only bathing our gross body. We are not touching our subtle body, because the only thing which can touch our subtle body is through meditation. We can awaken this power, and then on a daily basis you can start feeling this beautiful, cool energy on your hands and on the top of your head. And that is called as the self-realization. So the thoughtless states, which has been talked about, we are always thinking. Do you agree?
Yes.
Where do the thoughts come from? The past or the future? Past is the Bhutkal, the moon channel, the blue in color. Future is the Bhavishyakal, the sun channel, the Surya Nadi. But when we are in the present, that's the point where we are in the parasympathetic nervous system, the central channel. And this power rises through the central channel. So if on a daily basis we practice this meditation, what it does is, it keeps you in the balance. So if sun and earth have a specific distance, it just changes by a few points as the entire earth is gone, or the entire solar system will go in a different mode. So this balance is the essence of this meditation. And most important thing, going back to the vacuum and the thoughtless state, and this we have experienced across, because we have been conducting these sessions in corporates and institutions and across for decade now. And what we have seen is, it really starts making people very healthy, very balanced, and a very positive approach to life, which we saw in the last video as well. Unless you have a positive approach to life, it's very difficult to go on and, be always joyous and happy. So what it does is, it takes you beyond the sixth energy center, which is the center where our left sympathetic and right sympathetic scientifically combine. You can see that. So all our ego and superego, they are here. So we have to go beyond this to be able to touch the yoga, which we will do now. Very simple. I'll just show a trailer today. We can't have the picture today because time. So once we do that, we are able to feel that balance inside, and this power awakens. You will start feeling on your fingertips this special energy. So today, the experience that you will have, if somebody feels hot, it means that some kind of blockage or a stress which is going out. Cool is the symbol of balance. So we have had these sessions earlier in Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute of Management as well as a lot of institutions, as I said. So now we'll just go for a simple, small, practical, in this case. So what we'll do is, you can just keep sitting as you are. Put your left hand in the front, as you can see right now in the photograph, and put your right hand towards the Mother Earth. Now I have a choice, which you have a choice, I would say, because this energy, these 7 energy centers in us are related to the 5 elements. Out of that, Mother Earth is one of the elements. Those who want to remove your shoes just can put it by the side and put your feet on the ground. Those who don't, it's absolutely fine. You are free to do that. I will take off my shoes. That's my choice of freedom, my right. So, your choice. So, just put left hand in the front, right hand towards the Mother Earth. Close your eyes. Just pray inside to your own mother power, that Mother, please clear my left side of all the problems. So you're asking for the subtle system clearance of the left side, which is the left sympathetic nervous system. So just say that, Mother, please remove all the problems from my left side into the Mother Earth. Just say this and wait. Just be aware as to what is happening in the left hand and what is happening in the right hand. Some of you might be able to feel something going inside from the left into the right towards the Mother Earth. For the last time, just say that, Mother, please give me the pure knowledge and the pure desire. Now simply put your right hand in the front, left hand towards the sky, the ether element. So this is the next element that we are using now. We earlier used the Mother Earth element. Right hand in the front, left hand towards the sky. Just close your eyes. And now desire that, Mother, may the right side be cleansed. Please clear my right side of all the problems. And here, you might feel something in the right hand entering and something going out from left hand into the ether element. Mother, please purify my attention. Now both the hands in the front, at the heart level. Let the eyes remain closed. And just say inside, Mother, please let me feel my self-realization, my balance. Now stretch your right hand, put it on top of the head. You can see me right now. This is the last step. Just stretch it like this, put it on the top of the head, which is the talu bhag, the soft bone, and 7 times clockwise in this direction. Now I am in your direction. So very slowly, now you can close your eyes, 7 times clockwise, very slowly move the scalp from your palm and just have a desire inside. Mother, may you please let me feel my self-realization. Please awaken my power. 7 times. Mother, let me feel the power of my self-realization, my Kundalini. You can pray to your own mother energy inside you. Now slowly lift this hand, let the eyes remain closed, and just feel from inside, if you are from the scalp, if you can see something coming out and hitting your hand. You can very slowly move the hands on top of the head without touching the head, at least 2-3 inches, 4 inches above the head. Desire should be the same, that Mother, let me feel my energy, the primordial energy. Now bring this hand down, check with the left hand. Don't touch the head, keep it 2-3 inches above. Let the eyes remain closed for the last couple of minutes. Just check with the left hand if you can feel something coming from inside. Finally, bring your hands down. Let the eyes be closed for last 1 minute. And just say inside or desire inside that, Mother, let me feel the power of yoga and meditation. Let me be in meditation. Please let me feel the thoughtless awareness, nirvichar samadhi. Just observe both your hands, what's happening in there, and observe the top of the head, the scalp. Now you can very slowly open your eyes, and it will be good if some of you hopefully are feeling consolidated inside. Some of you have felt it, but of course, as I said, this is too short a time, but it's very effective if you daily do it in the evening 5 minutes and morning 5 minutes. Every day you will start having the sensitivity increased in a much better manner.